The ballroom shimmered with wealth that night, crystal chandeliers casting golden light over marble floors, silk gowns whispering past tailored suits, and laughter floating above the soft music like it belonged only to those who could afford it. Yet standing near the dessert table was a little girl named Anaya, barely 7 years old, wearing a faded red sweater that had been washed too many times, her small hands folded tightly in front of her as she stared at a single slice of cake on a silver stand, not touching it, not asking for it, just looking, because it had been months since she had tasted anything sweet, and tonight she had followed her mother, who worked as a cleaner at the venue, inside while she finished her shift, and the smell of vanilla and sugar had pulled Anaya closer without her realizing it, her eyes wide with wonder as the candle flickered on top of the cake meant for display, and when she softly whispered, almost to herself, "It looks beautiful," the words barely left her lips before a sharp, cold voice sliced through the warmth of the room. Beautiful things aren't for everyone, and Anaya turned to see a richly dressed woman, diamonds at her neck, judgment in her eyes, lips curled in disdain as she looked down at the child like she was an inconvenience, and without lowering her voice she said, "This is a private event, not a charity line. Children like you shouldn't be hovering around expensive food." The surrounding guests falling silent, some pretending not to hear, others watching with thin smiles, and Anaya's cheeks burned as she took a step back, her eyes filling with tears, stammering, I wasn't going to take it, ma'am," but the woman scoffed, waving her hand dismissively, "Of course you were. That's what poor people always do, reach for things they don't deserve," and the words landed heavier than any slap, making Anaya shrink into herself as she glanced around for her mother, wishing she could disappear, when suddenly a calm, confident voice cut through the tension. "Actually, she deserves it more than anyone here," and the woman turned sharply, offended, to see a young man stepping forward from the crowd, impeccably dressed yet humble in posture, his expression gentle but unwavering, recognized instantly by whispers rippling through the room. He was Arjun Malhotra, the youngest billionaire in the country, a man who owned half the companies the guests invested in, and the rich woman's face shifted from arrogance to forced politeness as she laughed nervously. "Oh, Mr. Malhotra, I didn't realize you were listening. I was simply maintaining decorum." But Arjun didn't look at her. He knelt instead in front of Anaya, bringing himself to her level, smiling softly as if the room no longer existed, and said, "What's your name?" her voice trembling as she answered, "Anaya," and he nodded, lifting the plate with the cake, placing it gently in her hands. "Anaya, this cake is for you," and she froze, eyes wide, whispering, "Really, for me?" as if kindness was a foreign language, and when she looked back at the woman in disbelief, Arjun finally stood, his voice calm yet powerful, carrying across the silent hall, "Let me be very clear. Wealth does not give anyone the right to humiliate a child. If anything, it gives us responsibility," and murmurs spread as the woman flushed, trying to defend herself. "I was only saying," but Arjun raised a hand, stopping her effortlessly, "you were saying what you believe, and that belief is why money cannot buy class." A collective gasp echoing as guests shifted uncomfortably, and he continued, "I grew up watching my mother count coins at night, wondering how to feed us the next day. If someone had shamed me for being poor, I wouldn't be standing here today." The woman's smile collapsed as her authority vanished, and Arjun turned back to Anaya, lighting the candle again and saying softly, "Make a wish," and as she closed her eyes, the room that once felt cold now felt alive with something unfamiliar to many present, humility, and when she blew out the candle, applause broke out, hesitant at first, then stronger, while the rich woman stood frozen, exposed, and Arjun addressed the crowd one last time. "Remember this moment. The measure of a person isn't what they own, but how they treat those who have nothing." And later that night, as Anaya sat beside her mother sharing the cake, laughing quietly, she didn't know that moment would change her life forever, because Arjun ensured her mother received a scholarship opportunity, stable work, and dignity, while the woman who had scorned her became a cautionary tale whispered among elites, and the story of a little girl, a slice of cake, and a billionaire's reply spread far beyond that ballroom, reminding the world that kindness is the greatest wealth of all. And if this story touched your heart, inspired you, or reminded you of the power of compassion, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because every subscription helps us share more stories that restore faith in humanity and prove that one brave voice can silence cruelty and change lives forever.